the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network as I finally turned my microphone on. Thank you very much for joining me here tonight. My name is KR Stolfus, and I am your host for the OP Racing Premier Series presented by Butt Kicker. We are at Daytona. The lights are on, and qualifying is underway. Randall Cobb in the 52 on top of the leaderboard at a 52.15. He is flat out getting after it out there. Good to see Randall Cobb. To the top of the board goes the 44 of Anthony English as Sean McCara posts a 9th quick time. Times are rolling in just as fast as they can. Bubba Winningham in the 66. Across the start-finish line, Winningham with a time of 52.27. Good enough for 19th place. Got a couple of birthday boys here in OP Racing. One of those being the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. That 40 machine out on the speedway rolling around. Celebrating a birthday as Cody Nagels takes the top of the leaderboard at a 52.09. Another birthday, that is Vicente Guerrero. Vicente making a birthday appearance here tonight. And we do have one more league member that has a birthday today. I don't think he is here, and that is the 53 of Dave Hunt. And he is here. Dave Hunt is here. He's currently in 17th for qualifying. So with that being said, guys, I'm a bit late. I do have to go to the national anthem. We'll be back with tonight's starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free? 'Tis the land of the free, 'tis the land of the free. 'Tis the land of the free, 'tis the land of the free. 'Tis the land of the free, 'tis the land of the free. 'Tis the land of the free, 'tis the land of the free. 'Tis the land of the free, 'tis the land of the free. 'Tis the land of the free, 'tis the land of the free. 'Tis the land of the free, 'tis the land of the free. 'Tis the land of the free, 'tis the land of the free. 'Tis the land of the free, 'tis the land of the free. 'Tis the land of the free, 'tis the land of the free. 'Tis the land of the free, 'tis the land of the free. 'Tis the land of the free, 'tis the land of the free. 'Tis the land of the free, 'tis the land of the free. 'Tis the land of the free, 'tis the land of the free. 'Tis the land of the free, 'tis the land of the free. 'Tis the land of the free, 'tis the land of the free. 'Tis the land
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as our drivers have taken to the grid. We're waiting on just one more driver, and he has popped in. That means it is time to go through tonight's starting lineup for our Daytona night race. On the inside of row number 1, that is the 6 of Cody Nagels. 2 is outside, the 44 of Anthony English. Row number 2 going to be made up of the 52 of Randall Cobb and the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Row 3, that is none other than Jimmy Reynolds and Kevin Freeze. Row 4, Adam Kilday in the 85 and Richard Sanchez in the 510. Row number 6, row 5 is Eric Laurie and Gabe Butler. Row number 6 is Robert Morrison in the 74 and Hunter Reynolds in the 17. Good to see him out here after a long absence, a former champion here on OP. Moving on to row number 7 as I'm quickly running out of time. That is Vicente Guerrero, the birthday boy, and Peter DeBorgia, our other birthday boys, sharing a row together. Sean McCarroll, Les Levy, row 8. Row 9, Zach Workman, and our third birthday boy, that is the 53 of Dave Hunt. Dustin Logston, Josh Ball, row 10. Row 11 going to be Steve Karosik and Nathan Warren. Row 12, Richard Kuhn and Jeff Crosby Jr. Alex Green, Jim Mayer making up row number 13. Row 14, Bubba Winningham in the 66 and John Guerrero in the 59. And then we have drivers who did not take a qualifying time. That is the 8 of Stephen Miles and Rick Seabrands in the 4. Sean Stevens in the 27. Mark Mann in the 4 as well. Perfect. Love it. Andy Brigante, Dan Harrington, our final row here tonight as we get ready to roll out for our first green flag of the night. Into that Geico start zone. Cody Nagels, Anthony English, throttle down, green flag up. Here we go in a drag race off the turn number 1. English has the advantage going into turn number 1, but watch that number 6 get a run in the middle of the corner. Not gonna happen. The 44 keeps it on that high side and gets a good healthy shove from the 12. So Nagels falling back quickly here on that inside line. Our pole sitter losing just a little bit of ground. Now the 12 drops down and a good shove from the 6 puts that 12 into the lead coming off of turn number 4. No bonus points for leading a lap, but that opening lap always feels good to lead, and Zach Fritsch is going to get it done here at our Daytona night race. English in the 44 drops down in front of the 12 of Zach Fritsch. That leaves Kevin Freeze to be the line leader in the outside line. Cody Nagels, our pole sitter, falling back very quickly. He has already lost 2 spots in that inside lane. Both those spots lost to cars on the outside, so that outside lane right now looking to be the faster lane. Still a little too early in tonight's race to say that's the preferred line, but it is definitely on the move right now. On board with the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. DeBorgia finding himself inside the top 10. Tucked in behind the 17 of I'm sorry, of Hunter Reynolds. Man, it's been a long time since I've seen Hunter. I saw Reynolds on the back there and went straight to Jimmy. Hunter just to the, or I'm sorry, Jimmy just to the inside of Peter as well. So the Reynolds are all running right there. Fastest lap of the race, a 46.90, being turned by Flip Daddies himself. That is Sean Stevens in the 27. We'll see if anyone can top his 46.90 this time around. And they cannot. So 46.90 right now, the time to beat. If you want to have bragging rights to the fastest lap of the race tonight. Gabe Butler in the 88 using the third lane to his advantage. Trying to make something happen. That 88 has his nose to the wind. Not quite clear of those inside trucks. But we have gone 3 wide here at this baby silky smooth Daytona 500. Well, this is more like a Daytona 250. Shouldn't say Daytona 500. 250 miles here at Daytona, 100 laps, maybe a few more if we need them. Stage racing, all that good stuff coming your way. But right now they are 3 wide. Let's go on board with the driver of the 62. This is none other than Les Levy. Les right here in the middle of everything. I do want to point out that Jim Mayer, Mark Mann, and Rick Seabrands are all here tonight. And it has been a long time since we have seen these 3 drivers together on Monday night. I do want to say, hey, welcome back, guys. Thanks for coming out. Hope you have a great race. Rick Seabrand's in the 34 machine. Mark Mann in the 4. And then just a little bit ahead of them, that is the 35 of Jim Mayer. Meanwhile, at the front, still holding 3 wide, Zach Fritsch in the 12, down on the bottom, 44 of Anthony English in the middle, and high, wide, and handsome, that is the 88 of Gabe Butler. Gabe Butler picked up a win in the first race of the season, and then he has had quite a good run. Comes into tonight's race 110 points above the cut line. Go ahead and take a look at our point standings as they start the race here tonight. Cody Nagels has 165 points to the good, but Dustin Logston, he's got some work cut out for him. He is just a bit above that line as we go on board with the 81. Logston 9 points to the good, above Jeff Crosby Jr., and that is one driver that we all know is capable of gaining 9 points on someone very easily. And that is how they come into tonight's race with our points so far. While they continue to cycle around, let's talk about what happened last week. Sebastian Marin picked up the race win. Ryan Wang brought it home in second, and Gabe Butler finished in third. Sean Stevens fourth, and Cody Niegels picking up fifth. Stage winners goes to Zach Fritch and Josh Ball. Cody in the sixth makes a move up to the middle lane. Everyone really starting to slice and dice here. That third lane falling back just a little bit. And Cody in that sixth has the race lead. Our pole sitter who fell back worked his way back to the top spot. Oh, trouble middle. Alex Green around. Yellow flag coming out. The 71 of Sean McCara pointing in the wrong direction. Bubba Winningham goes for a little spin as well, and our first caution of the night has come out. Go on aboard with the 71, and you can see Alex Green into the wall there. McCara trying to lay off. Let's see if we can't back this up just a little bit further. And Alex just gets into the wall going into the corner. And that is what's going to trigger our first caution of the night. So yellow flag comes out, our first one of the night. On to pit road. Cody Nagel's gonna lead this field. Gabe Butler, Kevin Freeze, Zach Fritz. Eric Laurie, first one off pit road, but he did not make it into his pit stall. So we'll see how everything gets sorted out. We're going to be right back after this, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back to bring you the end of stage number 1.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to fire them off once again. Our first caution flag of the night coming to a close. On the front row for the restart, the 6 and the 25. That is Cody Neagles and Kevin Freeze on that front row. Row number 2, the 88 of Gabe Butler and the 12 of Zach Fritz. Row 3 going to be the 17 of Hunter Reynolds, and on his outside, that is the 027 of Steve Karosik. As the field makes its way through 3 and 4, the lights are out on our Chevy Silverado pace truck. Pace truck down and away. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. We are back underway for this one. Stage 1 going to end at the completion of lap 25. Everyone will be able to make it to the end of the stage from here. Our stage winners so far this season, Vicente Guerrero, Zach Fritch, on top of that score counter. Gabe Butler, Zach Workman, Adam Kilday have 2 to their credit. Then Neagles, Klarosik, Crosby Jr., and Josh Ball all have 1 stage win to their credit. Eagles moves up to the middle lane, just in front of the 25 teammates from Dale Cup. Gabe Butler in the 88 down on the bottom. Butler into 3 and 4. Got some help from the 17 of Hunter Reynolds. Hope you guys will join us next week on Monday night as we head to Talladega, our March 18th race at Talladega. 94 laps, our planned distance. But one thing to start taking note, that is what will be the final 3 races of the regular season, as we have a new fast lap. Jim Mayer turning a 46.79 that time around. So Jim Mayer has the new fast lap. But yeah, next week we'll be at Talladega. And then it is back to Legacy Daytona. And then right back to here, Daytona night, for the final race of the regular season. Making it race number 13 for this season, our final race in the regular season. And then it is a 6-race chase to crown a champion on May 13th, one day after my birthday. You think if I told them that it was my birthday on May 13th, they would give me like the crown and let me be special for a day? 2 days in a row, maybe? I don't know. Probably not. I tell these guys stuff all the time and they just smile and nod and tell me go color in that book over there. And then I just end up eating the crayons. It's fine, it's whatever, it's good. My favorite color's purple. Tastes great. So Gabe Butler in the 88, Cody Dingles in the 6, side by side as they're coming around to complete lap 19. Let me know, guys, who you think is going to win stage number 1. I don't know about you, but I couldn't call it. We're 3 wide. They're slicing and dicing. I mean, you got to give the early bet to the 88, the 6, or the 12. But the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. has made his way up there. Hunter Reynolds, very stout super speedway driver, making his first appearance here this season. Stephen Miles all the way back in 25th spot, just turning the fastest lap of the race at a 46.63. So maybe he's got something in store. Who knows? I sure don't, but I do expect you guys to know, so let me know. Make sure you say it loudly and proudly. Kevin already cheering for Dale Cup. That came through the YouTube chat a little bit ago, but didn't have a chance to say hi to Kevin, so I'm gonna take that chance now, or opportunity now. Hi Kevin, how you doing? Good to see ya. Three wide, still the 88, the 6, and the 12 as we start lap 22. One of the rule changes that has come across in the last few seasons is that no yellow flag will be thrown at the end of the stage for the sole purpose of signifying the end of the stage. So we stay green unless an incident happens. And it really has changed strategies a little bit, as we got one. That was the 19 and the 85 of Adam Kilday, really getting after it up in that third lane. But what I was saying is it has really changed the strategy of how you approach this race. As Alex Green in the 3 is about ready to go another lap down, he drops down to the inside to get out of the way. Ooh, oh, I thought the 6 was out of shape. That move was so sharp. I really thought the 6 was in trouble there, but he was just moving down on the inside. Good sharp move out of the 6. But yeah, Kevin, we're doing great. Thank you very much for saying that. Coming to the end of the stage here. Lap and a half to go. And the front of the field has changed just a little bit. The 027 of Steve Karosik has gained 20 spots to be where he is at. Great drive by the 027. If he can hold on to this to pick up some stage points, like I said, gaining 20 positions to be in a running for the stage win. Final lap for stage 1. Bonus points on the line, but keep in mind, the yellow flag will not come out at the end of this stage unless there is an incident. So these guys have really got to work at it to think past the end of this stage, because there may not be a reset. Three wide, the 74, a little bit out of shape. Morrison holds on to it. We stay green. Coming to the line, Kevin Freeze Out in front, Cody Nagels, Steve Karosik, and at the line, I want to say that was Steve Karosik. I think Karosik in the 027 came away with the stage win. Cody Nagels in the 6 moves back up to the middle lane. Holy cow, that was too close to call. I'm gonna have to wait for official word, but for right now, let's just go ahead and say it was Steve Karosik as our stage 1 winner. And so the racing continues. Gabe Butler in the 88, now our race leader. And everyone's starting to filter down to the inside line. Last time we were on pit road was lap 12. We're working lap 27. I expect to see these guys with a fuel run of about 17, 18 laps. No one can make it to the end of stage 2 from here, so they will have to pit. Ideally, you'd probably want to pit at about lap 35, but I don't know if anyone can make it there. It's kind of going to be close, so we're going to see. See where they all shuffle into. Maybe lap 32. Might get away with lap 32. Anywhere from lap 32 to 35. I'm gonna see these guys hit pit road. Let's go on board with one of our birthday boys. We ride along with the 14 of Vigente, the Italian Stallion Guerrera, not rolling my R's, Arrow. He's tucked in behind Steve Karosik, our unofficial stage 1 winner. Vicente, one of the drivers who has worked his way forward from the drop of the green flag. He is up 8 positions from where he qualified. "34 trucks took the green flag here tonight. 33 of them are on the lead lap. Only 1 truck is off that lead pace. That is the 3 of Alex Green. Alex Green finds himself 2 laps down. And it looks like problems continuing for him as he drops down below the yellow line. So Alex struggling a little bit out here. Field coming around to swallow him up once again and put him 3 laps down. Green goes to the high side. Looks like everyone able to work their way around. The 88 of Gabe Butler taking over the race lead. While all of that was going down, John Guerrero, Sean McCara, they have gone a lap down as well. They are now find themselves in the middle. I shouldn't say in the middle, more like on the outside of our lead lap trucks. John Guerrero in the 59, the first truck 1 lap down. Here comes our first group of drivers on the pit road. Gabe Butler in the 88 going to lead them. Lap 32 is underway. So the 88 on the pit road. Anthony English in the 44 takes over the race lead. Next group of drivers peeling off for pit road. And this was everyone else who had not pitted yet. So within 2 laps, our entire field has hit pit road. So Anthony English leads this second group. Let's check in on our first group of drivers who hit pit road, the 88 and the 40 running nose to tail. Team Bootnaka getting hooked up there with Peter DeBorgia and Gabe Butler. On board of the 88, looking out the back as he starts making his way around all the trucks that have just come off of pit road. I don't think Butler's going to have the momentum to outright take the race lead. But he definitely has the momentum to get up there. As English going to try and get him in front of him. Doesn't work. Kilday has it. Crosby Jr. 3 wide. Here we go. Butler to the top. Running 3 wide with the 40 of Peter. Oh, contact. The 88 goes around. Jeff Crosby Jr. making contact as well through the grass. But down the back stretch, it looked like the 88 tried to change lanes. And Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33 was right there. And our second caution flag of the night is out. And this one coming out for the 88 as he spins down the back stretch. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what happened here. Well, let's back that up a little bit further. Why not? All right, Gabe Butler in the 88. Gonna make the move down. Solo truck spin, the 88. Really didn't even spin, just a little tap, sent him sideways. It was enough to get it done to bring out the yellow flag. So with that being said, guys, I do want to take a moment and have a moment of silence. Longtime coworker of mine collapsed in the parking lot at work, and he did not get to go home today to his earthly home. He did go home to his heavenly Father. I do want to take a moment of silence before we step away for the commercial break to say John Price is with a heavy heart. That for the first time in many, many years, I will show up to work. I will not get to say hello to you. With that being said, Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the field is ready to fire off once again. The 85 of Adam Kilday on the inside of row number 1. Peter DeBorgia in the 40 to his outside. Anthony English and Hunter Reynolds make up row 2. Then Zach Fritch and Jeff Crosby Jr. for row 3 on this restart. Lights are out on our Chevy Silverado pace truck. It tucks on to pit road. Kilday, DeBorgia, green flag in the air once again. Second caution of the night done and over with. And we get back to racing where we make all kinds of noise. DeBorgia in the 40, challenging to the outside, trying to take over the top spot. He has Hunter Reynolds pushing on him. That outside lane has been the one to make the most moves. But that inside lane is where everyone ends up, so we're going to see how this plays out. The 85, Adam Kilday, hugging that yellow line, staying committed to the yellow line. Not that he could go a whole lot of places because it's kind of trapped by the 40 and 17. DeBorgia and Hunter Reynolds drop down to the inside. That leaves Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33, the outside lane. Kilday in the 85 jumps up in front of him. Well, here we go, starting to see that old runaround of we want to be on the inside lane, but have to use the outside lane to make a pass. And brings up the question of, why don't you just stay in the outside lane then? Les Levy in the 62 making his way around that third lane. Levy running that maker's mark, number 46. It's a double oaked bourbon, I do believe. No, it's a French. That is the French Staves, number 46. Smells amazing. Does not taste as amazing as it smells, but it's still good. But holy cow, it is probably the best smelling bourbon I have ever sniffed in my life. Good grief, it's good smelling. But the 62, trying to do more than smell victory lane, trying to find his way into that, let alone a stage win. Maybe he can make it happen. (17, 40, 62). That is how they lead at the front of the respective lanes. Hunter Reynolds in the 17. What a story it would be if the 17, in his first race of the season, his first race in a long time, not gonna lie, it's been a long time since I've seen the 17 of Hunter Reynolds out here. He could pull off a race win in this one. Good grief, how about that? And he has been a dominant truck. Reynolds set the fastest lap in practice. Maybe didn't qualify so well. I think he qualified just inside the top 15. But when it came time to race, he has worked his way forward, and that 17 has stayed at the front of the field since he got there. 62 of Les Levy, the 52 of Randall Cobb, the 74 of Robert Morrison. Contact around goes to 40. Yellow flag comes out. Peter DeBorgia gonna celebrate his birthday by pointing the wrong direction for a moment on the speedway. Josh Ball goes around. All right, let's see what happened here to bring out this caution flag. Josh Ball, Peter DeBorgia caught up in it. It looked like maybe the 52 of Randall Cobb got a bump he couldn't hold on to. 40 goes for an easy spin. Josh Ball goes around as well. Jeff Crosby Jr. got sideways, but not a full 360. Then he got another contact with the one of Josh Ball. Crosby Jr. double whammy. So yellow flag comes out as we work lap 45, stage 2, going to end at the completion of lap 50. And I still don't have official confirmation of our stage 1 winner. Hunter Reynolds peels off for pit road. Going to be joined by a few other trucks that have come down pit lane. But it looks like this field is split pretty close to half. Half of them on pit road, half of them not. We did have 15 trucks stay out. 34 trucks in this race make it 33. Alex Green had gone behind the wall a while ago. Les Levy in the 46 scored as our race leader. Anthony English second, Adam Kilday third. Top 14 trucks last on pit road on lap 35. Everyone else just came down under this caution, topped off their fuel tanks. Some taking tires, some of them working on damage. Randall Cobb in the 52 Long time on pit road for him. He drops the jack. He is down and away. He is going to stay on the lead lap, but he is just clear of the pace truck. So Cobb in the 52 has some damage that he has to fix. That truck not 100% just yet. I really need to fix that camera. That fence gets in the way. You know, it's really weird. So in real life, you can see, I'm doing air quotes, see around objects because your eyes are in different positions, right? So you actually can see around objects more than you think. So in real life, if you were to stand where that camera that I had where the fence wiped out all your viewpoint, you were to stand there in real life and just move your head just a little bit, you would be able to see around it and not even see all that fencing. But because this is a simulation, your eyes or the simulation cannot simulate your eyes, and therefore you cannot see around that fence in the same way you could if you were standing in that exact same spot in real life. And that's because it is from a single viewpoint, and in real life you have a double viewpoint with your eyes. All that to say that the green flag is coming out. That is also why if you drive the dirt cars in iRacing, you have to kind of turn the wire mesh off that is on the front of your roll cage. But in real life, you want to have that screen there because you can see around it. You really don't see it in real life, but in the game, it is a solid chunk that doesn't move in your view. And so it is very inhibiting, if you will. And that is why. That's a little tidbit there. As we get ready, 2 laps to go here in stage number 2. Les Levy in the 62, Anthony English in the 44. Down the back stretch. Can the 62 hold on to it? I think he's in the right spot, maybe. We're gonna need some help. English in the 44 drops down in front of him. Off of turn number 4. Gonna get one more time around for this stage. Zach Fritz out in front. Where's he gonna go? He's got that middle lane. Around the outside, that is Steve Krosik, our unofficial, still unofficial by the way, stage 1 winner. Don't have confirmation, but could he come away with the sweep? Holy cow, he is making some moves to try and make that happen. Sanchez to the inside of Fritsch. Cody Nagel's up to the 3rd lane. Krosik tucks in behind the 12 of Zach Fritz. Here they come to the line. Sanchez has it, and I don't think anyone is going to be able to challenge Sanchez. Clearly our stage 2 winner that time. That one was not as close as stage 1. So congratulations to our stage 2 winner, Richard Sanchez, in that Chevy Land number 5. Speaking of Chevy land, 66 of Bubba Winningham still out here on the lead lap. Bubba able to race as long as he can. Joins us when he can, so anytime that Bubba Winningham is in this race, I do want to say hello. I do want to point out that he is out there, and I also do want to say, hey Bubba, if you need a washed up, never has been type of mechanic, just let me know. So Sanchez picks up stage number 2. And we're not throwing a caution for the stage itself, and this time we do stay green. Tonight, both stages have finished under green flag conditions. And so, unofficially, because it was too close to call, our stage 1 winner was Steve Krosik. Our stage 2 was none other than Richard Sanchez. And now we get into the long haul of this race. We've only had 2 caution flags come out. Was it 2 or 3? Maybe it was 3. 1. I'm looking. I gotta look through all my stats here. Yeah, maybe it was 3. And if only someone would keep track of this for me. It is what it is. On the pit road, stage is over, and now everyone's gonna have a different attack. Steve Krosik, Kevin Freeze, Les Levy, Cody Niegels, all on the pit road, including Vicente Guerrero, the Italian stallion himself. Belva Phelps, good to see you in chat. Make sure that you cheer often for your driver and do it loudly. I don't always get to hear them in YouTube chat if you don't do it loudly, because this is a race. See how Kevin does it? He's loud and proud. Yeah. All right. Sanchez on the pit road. Zach Fritsch very aggressive. I think the 12 was able to slow down. That aggressive entry on the pit road for the 12 could give him the race lead as things shake out. We're going to find out. Right now, the 82 of Dan Harrington is our race leader. Harrington last on pit road on lap 45, so this group that has not pitted, top 18 trucks, they have several laps before they have to hit pit road. Gabe Butler, Hunter Reynolds, Josh Ball. Oh, here comes a few. That is Dan Harrington and the 66 of Bubba Winningham. Just as soon as they were saying they don't have to come down pit road, they go ahead and come down pit road. So now your top 16 trucks. Last on pit road on lap 45. So we are seeing a split in strategy here. Dang near close to half the field going one way, the other half going another way. I can hear you screaming, Belva. There you go. Am I saying that right? Is it Belva? Belva Phelps? Kind of want to know more about the name Belva Phelps. Is there a story to that name? Like, is that a YouTube name to support something, or is that your whole name? I've never seen Belva as a first name, is all I'm wondering about. Just interested. Never seen Belva Feltz as a name, and I'm curious. That's all. Oh, cool. All right, so I said it right. Cool, perfect. Whew, got that correct. All right, now what's the backstory? Ricky's your little boy. That makes zero sense to me. I don't. You know, it's because you didn't type it loudly. That's why it doesn't make sense. That's the story I'm sticking with. All right, so Gabe Butler, last on pit road, lap 45. They're about 5 to 7 laps away from having to come down pit road. Oh, you're just weird. Yeah, with a name like that. Yeah. Okay. I mean, no, you're fine. I'm glad you're here. Honestly, you're probably making bad life choices to be here watching this YouTube broadcast that I am presenting. There are a million other things I could think of that are way better than hanging out with me. But I'm not going to tell you what they are because I want you to hang out with. So Gabe Butler in the 88 is our race leader. Josh Ball in the 1. Richard Kuhn in the 47. These guys all mixing it up for the race lead right now, including the 17 of Hunter Reynolds. Right at about 40 laps to go in this one. And with 40 laps to go, you know that they're going to have to make at least 2 more pit stops. And that is why you see Richard Kuhn, Josh Ball, Gabe Butler, all these guys staying out. They can carry this deep into, let's say, lap 65, lap 66. They might be able to get away with 1 more stop. Now, everyone who pitted on 53, they can't make it to the end on 1 more. They got a second stop coming up. So very different strategies coming out, and it is going to be wild, to say the least, to see how it plays out. Of our drivers who pitted on lap 53, Kevin Freeze in the 25 leads this group. Vicente Guerrero, Cody Nichols, and the 62 of Les Levy, your top 4 in this group who has pitted on lap 53. Josh Ball leads the race overall, but he was last on pit road on lap 46. So Josh Ball, Gabe Butler, Richard Kuhn, Steve Carosi, Connor Reynolds, Nate Warren, all right there, along with Sean McCarra, Eric Laurie, and Robert Morrison. These guys mixing it up for the race lead. I don't know what the correct strategy is, but I want to say that these guys here that are at the front of the field right now are on the one that could win this race if we do not have another caution. And I say that because I think these guys are going to be able to make one more stop, and all things being the same, they have to make one more stop. They will get to the end of the race. Oh, I better check myself before I wreck myself. All right, hold on. Let me do some math. 46, that's 20. And then hold it to 73. I'm trying to carry the Niner. Well, they're on the pit road. They're on the pit road about the time I expected them. Well, maybe no one's good from here. Yeah, I think they can make it to the end. I think they can make it to the end with one more stop. The drivers who are on pit road right now: Richard Kuhn, Dave Hunt, Sean Stevens, Jim Mayer, Rick Severance, Mark Mann, Andy Brigante. These guys have stayed out. They're trying to put another lap into their tank, another lap into that savings account that is developed throughout a long race. Here they come on the pit road. They have made another lap. That could be a huge difference into this race. Gabe Butler in the 88 wins the race off of pit road out of this group. But Kevin Freeze in the 25 is closing in on him very quickly. Man, they just split this field up into three, making my job even harder. All right, so let's talk about this for a minute. Jim Mayer making his way off of pit road. Scored as our race leader, but he is going to be swallowed up by the 88 and the 25. So Gabe Butler last on pit road on lap 53. I'm sorry, on 64. Kevin Freeze last on pit road on lap 53. So now you have to battle. Let's do some simple math, all right? Let's keep it easy, even though this isn't accurate. Let's say you make it 20 laps from here. All right, 20 laps for Gabe Butler is lap 84. And then you are within 20 laps to make it to the end of the race. Because we're doing 100 laps. 80 and 20 is 100, so he's 4 laps to good. Caution flag comes out. This could mean it is all for nothing. Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33 goes around, and the yellow flag flies in the middle of all of this. Let's see what happened. Sanchez and Crosby together off of turn number 2. On board with the Flip Daddies, the 33. Dives down to the inside. And the yellow flag comes out. Field gonna catch up to the pace truck. Kevin Freeze. To complete my story, If he does 20 laps, he was last on pit road on lap 53. So if we do 20 laps for him, that makes it 73, and 73 plus 20 is only 93, and you can't get to the end of the race with that. However, yellow flag comes out, everyone is on pit road. So everyone has hit pit road. Full fuel tanks for them. And now everybody is one stop away from making it to the end of this race. Gabe Butler in the 88 wins the race off of pit road. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to take the last break here of the night. I'll be back to bring you the end of the race. No one go anywhere. I'll be right back after this.
Racing, you wanted the best, you got them for abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Green flag came out, and just like that, yellow flag came back out. Take a look and see what happened on this one. Off the nose of the 88, big stack up in front of him. Several trucks getting a piece of it. All this as the green flag had just come out. Let's go on board Anthony English in the 44. And that's all it takes, ladies and gentlemen. It happens very quick. Destruction. Total destruction. Quite a few trucks going to make their way onto pit road. Looks like a handful of trucks will stay out. Butler wins the race off of pit road. Contact the 52 of Randall Cobb and the 4 of Mark Mann. Cobb gonna make his way into his pit stall finally, but that was a tough break for the 52. All right, so normally I have no idea where I was going with that. Got a text message, paid attention to it, lost my train of thought. It is what it is. All right, let's just point out, Josh Ball in the 1, scored as our race leader as the lights go out. 34 trucks started this race. Only 1 truck is out. That is the 3 of Alex Green. All 33 trucks that remain are on the lead lap. Adam Kilday in the 85 is the only one I'm not sure about. Go ahead and take a peek at Kilday here. Oh, none of those shots are working. Good. So kill day is 1 lap down. And Josh Ball, our race leader, Adam Kilday, 1 lap down. Lights are out on the Chevy Silverado, so we're going to go back to green flag racing. If you guys have enjoyed the show that they have put on for you here tonight so far, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Make sure you let us know that you are enjoying it. And you don't have to do it because I'm saying it. Do it because these drivers put on that show. I just want to remind you that it's okay to hit the thumbs up, to talk in the chat, do all that stuff. It doesn't matter to me, but it does make these guys feel great because most of them come back, they rewatch it. The chat is live during the replay when they come back and can watch it. As the green flag comes out, we are back underway. Vicente Guerrero, Josh Ball lead this field to turn number 1. We are 1 pit stop away from the end of this race. Kevin's saying that, hell yeah, it's a great race. I dig it, Kevin. No, guys, all I'm saying is just make sure that you are cheering. Think of it as if you were actually at a race. Would you be cheering? Would you be interacting somehow? If nothing else, say hello, say who you're rooting for. And if you don't want to say something, but you do want to show your appreciation, nobody knows who hits the thumbs up. But it does let the drivers know that they put on a good show for you. Cody Nagel's in the 6, drops down to the inside. Steve Karosik in the 027, leading the charge on the outside. Great run from the back of the field to the front by Stephen Miles. I think Miles was our first driver to start the field without a qualifying time, which means of the drivers who did not qualify, he had the highest I rating. Not 100% sure on that because I did not write that information down. This is all by my memory, and let's just be honest. I've had a lot of concussions, okay? But Stephen Miles doing a great job working his way forward and getting to the end of the race to be at the front of the field with 24 laps to go. Man, I'll tell you, that gives you a rush. You start thinking, hey, maybe I got something here. Maybe I have to change my strategy somehow to hold on to it. Starts making you think a little bit because you get closer to the end of the race and you start thinking, maybe I can win it. Then you start putting yourself in the right positions and you watch the leaders battle. If you fall back a little bit, that's fine. I've won a race. I literally have won a race because I sat back, I watched first and second place battle lap after lap, and I went, those guys are gonna crash. I don't want a part of it. 15 laps later, they crashed. I was in the right place, right time, and I came away with the race win. It happens sometimes. You just have to play your cards and deal with what you got. If Stephen Miles picks up his first win tonight, it's solely because I told that story. Has nothing to do with his talent level. It's all about me here. Wait, no, I just said it wasn't about me. All right, so who's paying attention to the race and who's paying attention to me? Because holy cow, one of us is for real right now and the other one is just stalling because reasons. Steve Carosi, Cody Nagel, Steven Miles, Vicente Cabrero, Kevin Freeze, your top 5 that time across the start finish line. Josh Ball, Jim Mayer, Hunter Reynolds, all these guys making their way to the front as we get towards the end of the race. The 8 of Miles now leads from the second lane. Cody Nagel's in the 6 down on the bottom. That yellow line going to be your friend as we have Kay chiming in. Kay, I absolutely want to say that last part of your YouTube name, but that is an alphabet soup that this poor redneck from Missouri cannot pronounce. So if you want to break it down for me, Kay, I would love to try and say it, but I'm not going to take a stab at it. As I read it, holy cow. But the battle at the front of the field, Steven Miles in the 8, up 26 spots from where he qualified, has had a quiet night, but he has steadily worked his way forward. And here he is leading the second lane, 19 laps to go. We do have one more pit stop to make. And Kay has said, all right, Kay. Is it Kay Gotro? Kay Gotro. That is how I'm reading it, what you type phonetically. Kay Gotro is cheering for Steven Miles. Steven, your fan club is +1 here tonight. You got Kay Gotro rooting for you. And I am sure that there is no family relation. This is just a random person who came off the street and saw your hard charge from the back of the field to the front. And they want only to see this underdog win. Even though Steven Miles, we all know you're not an underdog. You just didn't post a qualifying time tonight. So Miles down on the inside in front of the 6 of Cody Nagels. Kevin Freeze to the outside. Gabe Butler picked up the first win of the season. And then from there on out, it has been a Dale Cup game dominance. Can Steven Miles be the first driver since week 1 to pick up a race win that is not in Dale Cup games? Kevin Freeze on the inside now in front of Miles. The 35, that is Jim Mayer, champion here on Monday nights. A lot of championship contenders in this race, but just a few championship realizers out there, as we are starting to see a few trucks peel off for pit road. Hunter Reynolds peels off, Gabe Butler, Josh Ball, Peter DeBorgia, all these guys on the pit road. This will be the last time that they are on pit lane. So we will keep an eye on them down the backstretch. Our battle for the race lead continues. Kevin Freeze in the 25. That silver truck has the advantage. Jim Mayer in the 35. Nate Warren in the 2. Steven Miles in the 8. Who's going to peel off for pit road this time? Here comes our second group. On the pit road they come. Good job Most of these drivers hit pit road without incident. Didn't seem like anyone tried to be too aggressive, so I think these guys are safe. We are now split into a group of, or into 3 groups, I should say. Jim Mayer leads this third and final group who has yet to hit pit road. So Mayer in the 35. Out in front, here he comes. He's going to lead this group on the pit lane, and this will complete our green flag pit stops. Everybody has made their final stop of the night. Steve Carosi, Kevin Freeze out in front of everyone who has made a pit stop. Hunter Reynolds in the 84, I'm sorry, in the 17, pitted on lap 84. Steve Carosi pitted on lap 85. Here comes the 17. Oh, things getting dicey. On board with Hunter Reynolds as he tries to make his way around everyone coming off of pit road this time. And Reynolds in the 17 comes away with the race lead as we complete our green flag pit stop cycle. Field making its way off of turn number 4. Hunter Reynolds, Kevin Freeze, Steve Carosi, Vicente Guerrero, and Gabe Butler, your top 5. Peter DeBorgia, Josh Ball right there in the mix as well. Down to 10 laps to go. Gabe Butler, Cody Nagels, Hunter Reynolds, Kevin Freeze, Jim Mayer, Josh Ball, Steve Carosi, Richard Sanchez, Stephen Miles, Vicente Guerrero. Right now, these guys all battling for a race win. Oh, contact at the front. Gabe Butler sideways. Around goes the 17 of Hunter Reynolds. Trouble from the front of the field. Randall Cobb puts on the binders. Adam Kilday involved. Jimmy Reynolds involved. A lot of trucks involved in this one through turns 3 and 4. Take a look here. Hunter Reynolds in the 17. The 88 of Gabe Butler just ahead of him. Oh my goodness. How are we going to talk about this one for years to come? Off of the 81 of Dustin Logston. Take another look. Sanchez able to continue on, but he was for sure out of shape. Take one more look from the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Lights have gone out on the Chevy Silverado. Zach Fritsch has gone behind the wall. Looks like his night is done. He will join Alex Green as the two trucks out of the race. That will give us 32 trucks to settle this one out. Gabe Butler, Cody Nagels on the front row for the restart as they make their way down the backstretch with the lights out on our Chevy Silverado pace truck. Row number 2 gonna be the 35 of Jim Mayer and the 25 of Kevin Freeze. Row 3, Josh Ball, and the 027 of Steve Karosik. Karosik, our unofficial Stage 1 winner. Stage 2 going to Richard Sanchez. And our race winner has yet to be determined unless you buy into I have to wear an aluminum foil tin hat. And there's a conspiracy theory that says Josh Ball is going to win, or Richard Sanchez is going to win, or the yellow flag is going to come out just in time to see the has-been birthday boy hack of Peter DeBorgia win this race. Let's not forget, there's two other birthday boys, Dave Hunt in the 53 and Vicente Guerrero in the 14. Those birthday boys all have a shot at it. So here we go. Do we celebrate a birthday with a race win? Or is it going to go to someone else? Gabe Butler, Cody Nagels, right now they have the top spots. It's up to them to say whether or not they're going to let someone else win. So yellow flag is out once again. Dan Harrington in the 82 finding himself the recipient of wrong place, wrong time. Around he goes. And Dan Harrington, who had a shot at being a race leader, picked up some laps led. It does not look like this night is going to finish the way he would like. So yellow flag is out once again. With that being said, I do want to go ahead and take a break, pay some more bills, give a shout out to Butt Kicker, who does help support Monday night here with OP Racing Premier Series. We want to give a shout out to Premier Race Setups, who help support Turn 3 Racing Network. And of course, I want to support Sim Rap Market, who is a personal friend, Cameron Colby. He is a personal friend of myself. So we're going to get some of these guys paid off. Stick around, guys. We'll be here for the end of the race.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker, the future is feeling.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Our field is making its way down the back stretch with the lights out on our Chevy Silverado pace truck. If you have a 2023 Chevy Silverado with a 4-cylinder turbo engine, first of all, why would you do that to yourself? Second of all, you may be eligible for an engine replacement. Just ask for your money back. Don't buy a 4-cylinder full-size pickup truck, whoever owns one. And that is my mechanic's rant for the night. Cody Nagels in the 6 on the inside for this restart on the front row, along with the 88 of Gabe Butler. Row 2, the 25 of Kevin Freeze, and to his outside, that is the 35 of Jim Mayer. Josh Ball on the outside of row number 3. On the inside of row 3, that was Stephen Karosik. Here we go, green flag is out. We are back underway. All we have to do is get to the white flag, and there will be no extended laps in this race. Cody Nagels in the 6. Out in front, Kevin Freeze, Gabe Butler, Steve Karosik, and Jim Mayer all want a shot at it. Off of turn number 4, here we go. Can we get to the white flag? White flag is in the air, final time around. One more lap to go. Who is going to come away with the race win? 31 trucks on the lead lap. All 31 trucks on the lead lap have a shot at winning the race. Cody Nagels in the 6, down on the bottom. He is protecting that yellow line. Could he pick up his 3rd win of the season? Here he comes off of turn number 4. Nobody has a challenge for him, and the 6 of Cody Nagels goes 3 wins here in the regular season as Stephen Miles takes a Sunday saunter off onto the inside lane. That last lap, Anthony English turned the fastest lap of the race at a 46.35. He was trying to work his way forward and laid it all out there. So Anthony English picks up the fastest lap of the race. Cody Nagels in the 6 picks up his 3rd win of the season. Kevin Freeze, Gabe Butler, round out your top 3. Let's go ahead and go through the rest of our results for this one. 4th place goes to Steve Karosik, Jim Mayer in 5th. 6th goes to Vicente Guerrero. 7th, Josh Ball. 8th, Dave Hunt. 9th is Anthony English. Richard Sanchez, 10th. 11th goes to Stephen Miles. Peter DeBorgia, 12th. 13th, Les Levy. 14th goes to Eric Laurie. 15th place is the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. Nate Warren, 16th. 17th, Randall Cobb. Bubba Winningham in a solid 18th place finish. Andy Vigante, 19th. 20th goes to Zach Workman. Markman, 21st. 22nd spot goes to Hunter Reynolds. Sean McCarra, 23rd. 24th, Richard Kuhn. Rick Sebrands, 25th. 26th goes to John Guerrero. Sean Stevens in 27th. 28th, Jimmy Reynolds. Dan Harrington, 29th. 30th goes to the 81 of Dustin Logston. Robert Morrison, 31st. 32nd, Adam Kilday. Zach Fritsch, 33rd. And 34th is none other than Alex Green. Multiple laps down, early exit for the number 3. And now let's move on to the rest of our post-race show. And let's start by talking to our driver who picks up 3 wins this season, and that is the illustrious, the oh-so winningest driver this season so far, the 6 of Cody Nagels. Cody, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Steve. Or I almost called you Steve.
You did call me Steve.
Well, I stopped myself. I've been talking in chat
I heard
too
Steve.
I said KR.
I heard Steve.
Wins mean nothing if you don't get the championship. That's all I'm focused on right now.
All right. So with that being said, wins this season don't get you anywhere in the playoffs. It's a full-on 6-race chase for the cup, but 3 wins do mean that this truck is hooked up and going places.
3 wins means I have excellent teammates, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that my teammates are 100% the reason that I've been in victory lane 3 times. I mean, we've been a strong team all season, and everyone's been selfless all season, just pushing whoever the lead car is. And I mean, I don't get that win without having full support of my teammates there at the end, and I'll be quick to return the favor next week. But again, we had a strategy, we executed it, we committed to each other on the last restart because the track temp was nice and cool. I think we realized the bottom lane was dominant if you had a few cars that wanted to stay connected with each other, and we were able to get the job done, and fortunately we had that bottom lane on the last restart.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, this race here tonight had several different points of strategy throughout the night because we had some long green flag runs, stage ending situations where you couldn't come down pit road. There was no yellow. So how do you work your way through all of that?
Probably like figuring that a caution is, I wouldn't say inevitable, but just likely based on, past races here. So I think, well, if I stay out, grab a few stage points, I know there was guys that were going to try to do the fuel save thing, which is fine. If they want to go that route, I'm just trying to maximize the points and just anticipate that a caution probably will come within the last 50 laps. If not, it might be one of the cleanest OP races ever. So I'm just going to take a bet and say we're going to have at least a couple more cautions, which fortunately we had a couple more, and the race kind of went the way I figured it would in terms of caution wise. Like not a very low amount, but it also wasn't a high amount either.
All right, man. Well, nice job on getting the race win. Shout outs, thank yous. Anything you need to add tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank you, KR, for broadcasting OP. I want to thank all the admins. I want to thank my Dale Cup teammates. Kevin, thanks for the push. Steve, Vince, and Seabass. He wasn't here tonight, but like I said, it's been a great season so far. So let's keep it up and try to get the championship right back in Dale Cup at the end of the season. I want to thank the Bank of Missouri, Martin Sports, Extra Life, and Goodyear Footwear.
All right, there you have it. Our race winner, Cody Nagels, getting it done here tonight from Dale Cup Games. But now let's move on to the driver who finished in 2nd place, and that is none other than the 25. Kevin, you got your ears on?
Absolutely.
All right,
only
Kevin,
for you.
Only for me. All right, since it's only me talking right here, I don't know where I've gone wrong, but I need to hear it from the horse's mouth. How do you say your last name?
Freeze.
That's what I was saying. Someone told me I was doing it wrong.
Oh, don't listen to the people.
Okay. All right, man. Well, thank you.
That was a lot easier race for you to broadcast probably than last week. That was a good one, I thought.
It was a great race. Yeah. I mean, other than Dale Cup found a way to finish up front again. I mean, who wants to keep seeing Red Bull Dale Cup win races?
Well, Gabe just had to, we had a great 1, 2, 3, and then Gabe hit Steve with that huge side draft right in the trial. While I'm watching it in my mirror, I'm like, oh no. ruined our podium lockout. So unfortunate.
A little bit, but I'll tell you what, Kevin, a solid run for you here tonight. That 25 pretty much stayed up front all night long. You and Cody Nagels worked together very well. Gabe Butler trying to ruin your plans. Steve Carosi, part of your plans. Tell me a little bit about your race.
Yeah, it was pretty uneventful, which I definitely can't complain about after my last race that I had here, because that one ended in, I believe, a pretty decent tow. So I can't complain about this race. It was a lot of fun. People were racing aggressive, smart at the same time. We had some green flag pit stops. Who would have thought that? Like, I think this was a great race tonight.
All right, man. Well, I'll tell you what, it was a great race to watch. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Shout outs, thank yous. Anything you need to add for tonight?
Yeah, thank you to everybody who's running up front for that race. I mean, we kept it really, really clean. There's some aggressive blocks at each other, huge runs. Got to thank them for putting on a show for the people out there. Thank you to you for broadcasting. All the OP admins and my Dale Cup teammates, especially Sebastian. We couldn't have done it without him tonight. And congratulations to Cody on the win.
All right, there you have it. Kevin Freeze. That is Freeze. I was saying it right. Y'all can suck it on an ice cube because it's frozen. That's what I meant to say. Kevin, nice job, man. Solid second place finish for you.
Thank you. Enjoy your night.
That is Kevin Freeze, driver of the 25, getting it done here tonight as I hit all the wrong buttons. Now let's move on to the driver of the 88. He is our third place finisher here tonight. Gabe Butler, another podium finish for you. This 88 machine looking very stout this season. One win so far, but a lot of podium finishes. What's it going to take to get you back into victory lane?
Well, have to go a little bit faster, I guess, and beat these Dale Cup boys. But I mean, it was fun. I enjoyed that race. We kind of had them on fuel strategy there, and then that caution came out and kind of packed the field back up. So, go faster, a little bit more look, and might be in good shape. Get a win here one of these days.
Well, I'm going to tell you, right before that one caution came out that bunched everyone back up, this entire field was about to be on 3 different fuel stop strategies. And I was not prepared for that. I'm not going to lie. I'm good with like 2 different strategies, but you put me on 3 and I'm losing it. So as a driver, how are you managing all of that information?
I mean, you just keep it as simple as possible. You just figure out what you need to do, and then as the laps click down, you look and see where the other guys are and try and figure out what lap they pitted on. And we determined that we were in really good shape. They would have had to make 2 more stops. We needed 1, but that all went out. And then the third strategy, I wasn't paying attention to that, or I didn't know about it. So, I mean, I think we made some good calls tonight, and just got unlucky with that particular caution.
Well, I'd say that that caution did affect the race. Of course, every caution does, but that one really changed the dynamic. But Gabe, a solid 3rd place for you no matter what. And this truck was very fast all night long, a competitor all night long. So who do you have to thank for that?
Obviously, the teammates. We had a really good run tonight. We had father and son in there with us tonight, Hunter and Jimmy Reynolds, of course, Eric, Peter. Were there too. So obviously, Team Boot Knocker there. We had a good run. OP for putting this on. Of course, all the admins for all the hard work they do in the background. Of course, yourself, KR, for putting on the wonderful broadcast. And a big shout out to Jim there at the end, Jim Mayer. He did a great job trying to get me up there. He was really ultimately responsible for getting me a third place finish. So big shout out to Jim.
All right, man. Well, nice job. Solid third place finish for you. Shout out to all your friends. They appreciate it, man. Once again, nice job and congratulations.
Thanks, buddy. Have a good one.
That is Gabe Butler bringing it home in third place, our final step of the podium. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Unfortunately, I never did know who won stage 1. So we're going to leave it as unofficially Steve Karosik. And with that being said, our stage 2 winner also was never confirmed. And I do believe without a doubt that was Richard Sanchez. And then our race winner that is confirmed, that is Cody Nagels. So with that being said, guys, I am done here tonight. I am ready to go to bed and forget about everything I saw today that was not this race. So I do appreciate you all being here for me, helping distract me. So until next week on Monday night, where we will also pick up Wednesdays next week. Hope you all stay safe. Give your loved ones a hug and a kiss. Tell them you love them. Tell them that even though you have bad days, they are still your family, because you never know when your last day is. So until then, stay safe. Have a good night. I will see you all next time.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.